and say what we do. Can we move over here? We want you to go over here. We have to move over here.
Hi, I'm Crash, and he's not.
I'm dazed, and he wish he could be me.
This is the first graffiti show.
The first totally legitimate graffiti show in a gallery in
a
Soho.
respected gallery.
In a respected gallery.
So it proves that graffiti is legitimate art. What do you say?
I think you're right.
Thank you, Boris. The money isn't important to me as much as
the
really,
exposure.
exposure and really like
counts.
stretching my, my imagination to its limits.
This is very funny. It's a Crash piece.
He wishes his mother had it.
This is a very humorous graffiti piece done by Wasp One of the senior members of Graffiti Productions.
It has a lot of the old writers' tags.
That's because it dates back to the original graffiti movement.
It wasn't really artistic. It was just the idea of getting around, getting your name all over the city.
Getting your name established.
This is funny.
Need you go anymore?
It's a design for a doormat.
This is done by me.
You can see he did this with his eyes closed.
You really focus in on the background. This is something a guy like him only dreams about.
I'm Dr. Ruth Douglas Mann, and I'm a psychotherapist and analyst. I feel that this is an expression of people who have a need for identity, and I think that this is a constructive expression of it. I don't believe that Carol Bellamy's idea of putting them in jail, making them wash subways will work. The more you punish these children, who tend to be somewhat rebellious, the more they're going to do it. By taking something like this and making them feel worthy and teaching them techniques and giving them money, you'll change them, you'll make society a better place, and you'll produce a whole new generation of artists. Always take the constructive approach. Thank you.
I started writing graffiti about 3 years ago when I was in college because I was kind of like, I needed something to do. I started writing funky graffiti, which is mostly like hieroglyphics, the funky kind of graffiti, the kind you really can't understand. And then eventually I evolved into this New York style graffiti. That's what we call it in Philadelphia.
We forget about the chains because we know after about 3 months they're going to take them right off. That'll be a waste of our paint and time we spent putting it up. So what we doing, we putting it on clean walls and rooftops. That's about it.
And now I'm here to like kind of find out a few new ideas which I can take back to Philadelphia and new styles to make graffiti more of a colorful art.
Nice, really nice.
This is a roots art form, something that comes from the street, something that you don't go to school to learn for years and years. This is something that comes from the heart and something that comes from the street, and that's where I think its value comes from.
But this art does have antecedents in other kinds of art. It's been compared to pop art.
I find it, though, much less ostentatious than pop art. Pop art, when I think of pop art, I think of Warhol doing silk screening, having silk screen done for him by, 100 Warholites. I think of his Campbell's soup can thing, or Peter Max. I don't think this is pop art. I think this is popular art. Pop art was more of an attitude, has much more of an attitude than graffiti. Graffiti is a street form more than anything else. Pop art was a way to legitimize, I think, bullshit art. I think to call them anything less than artists when they're displaying such a phenomenal artistic talent is just kidding yourself. I think something like this on the side of a train can be beautiful.